How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another After Action Report with RONIN 47R. This is a special edition. I don't really know what to call it, but it's basically the Wargaming for Xbox 360 Edition developer live stream that happened on June 11th, 2015, which is today. Basically, they're having a live stream. You can watch it on Twitch and whatnot. They created a training room, and I was lucky enough to log on, get connected to that training room, and somehow I got into the game. So I went ahead and quickly pressed record, and I've got a few games to share with you. Now, I wish I could share with you the banter that was going on during the live stream, but in reality, you know, they weren't even the hosts, Chuji and Raybot. Although Raybot didn't play, but you know, the two hosts we're talking during the live stream, but the actual in-game conversation was not occurring. So, you know, as usual, kind of playing solo. I didn't have my headset on, so basically I was listening to the live stream, listening to the hosts on Twitch on my phone while I'm playing with one of them on, you know, through the Xbox, if that even makes sense. So again, I don't even know how to package this and share it with you, but let's go ahead and just try to get this thing going. Okay, so getting back to it, you can see that we're in a training room. Basically, you can see the crown next to Chuji's name, which is a developer for Wargaming for the Xbox 360 Edition, and they're based out of Chicago. Raybot is not playing, as I probably mentioned before, but she is sitting next to him during the Twitch live stream. And he set up this room, and then various folks are jumping on board. This was being held on the West server. And, you know, the hard part was I jumped on here. I had no clue. First, I jumped on and had a tier 10 because I was playing something earlier. And then I noticed nobody had tier 10s. So I quickly backed out, you know, switched my tank to something close to what these guys were running, which was the Type 64. But I missed the previous game. So then, you know, I'm on Twitch, I'm typing, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Looked at what everyone else is doing. I figured, you know what, a tier 6 would be a safe bet because I didn't want to, you know, be too high or too low. And so I went ahead and got the T-3488 out and waited patiently. And luckily, I was able to get into the game. What's kind of nice here, the reason why I'm not jumping straight into the gameplay is because this is so randomly different and unusual. I thought you would get a kick out of seeing who the folks were that were in this room playing. A lot of them were and some of them have already left, you know, from the previous games, but a lot of them were Wargaming employees. Some of them, which, like, for instance, I don't know who these guys are. I mean, I've seen their names floating around, but I can't match face to name or position or whatnot. But anyways, so we went ahead and started up a mines map, and it's the rain version for whatever that's worth, standard battle. Again, I'm running the T-3488, and, you know, it's silly, but I'll be honest, I felt a little pressure because I'm thinking, you know, it's not just me playing and showing a video of just me on my own. I mean, these are people that I've interacted with live, you know, on Skype or had meetings with or played against or talked over Xbox Live and so on and so on. And this is kind of a big deal. People are watching this on the live stream. And, you know, I didn't want to let you guys down, so it was fun. A little self-inflicted pressure. But I figured, you know what? It's a tier 6, and the highest tier was an 8, and it's pretty balanced. I mean, it's pretty darn balanced for all, you know, for all intents and purposes. So good to go. And off we went, you know. As usual, I like to try to take the high ground there in the middle. Luckily, there are some folks in front of me that were, you know, faster than me. And the reason why I say lucky is because as we meet the intersection, they're going to draw the attention, the fire of the enemy, which is fine with me. Now, you see that Type 64? He just bit the big one way too quick. I rushed that shot, hit the rock. Not good. I played a lot more, well, I played aggressively, but more conservatively than I usually play because I really wanted to, you know, not be a lame-o and say, yeah, I played, I didn't do anything, but I was in the game, you know. So I really try to put on the big boy hat here, the big boy pants, and do what I can. On the flip side, though, you can see I mean, everyone's rushing the center. I don't know what, there's nobody on the flanks except for the one guy to the east, and good for you, buddy. But I had no eyes to the west. I mean, I'm trying to really play so that I want to stay alive as long as possible and get the maximum time. Okay, a bad angle, but I just took it. I mean, it was crazy. You can just feel the difference in this game. I don't know about the rest of these players. I mean, the employees are the employees, but as far as the rest of the players, I don't know some of them, most of them. But what's interesting is just, you know, it kind of felt like the Super Bowl. I mean, these were some people that were kind of into tanks, kind of into the game. So I really had to pay attention and do a good job. You know, so, you know, got one tank. That's awesome. And now this guy snuck around. I saw it on the map, and so I quickly got into position. Felt good because that was a Wargaming employee. Don't hate me, buddy. But that felt good. I'm not going to lie. Because, you know, those guys are kind of the celebrities. And in the Twitch live stream chat portion of the room, everyone's telling me to go kill these guys. It's pretty funny. So hopefully I showed up and represented. The red team fell pretty quickly. You know, I mean, gosh, it's 2.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes, whatever. God, I wanted a piece of that guy, but here you have this one last guy, and I wanted to get that last kill, but no. Guy comes around. So we have two dudes over there to the side. They're behind the rock formation there. For all intents and purposes, I'm probably in second or third place as far as if it was a race to drive over there, but some people outdistanced me. The enemy spreads apart. I couldn't get a piece of that Fury, and he eventually gets taken out. The 152, the SU-152, is on the other side of the rock, and I can't get there. I can't get there in time. He's not moving, and I wouldn't either. You know, make him last as long as possible, or try to last as long as possible. But it was a good game, and it was fun, you know, and that's what it's about. So let's see how we did. Training room, you don't get it, you don't earn anything, all you do is spend money. So I'm at negative 1512 for the ammunition and any repairs, any kits, and came in first place, so I felt good. Woohoo! Yeah, that was pretty rad. So I feel like I represented. Well, that's someone else. The first place person who used the same tank actually also came in first place. So that's interesting, isn't it? The T-34-88 on both teams came in first place. Kind of makes you wonder. So he shot, what, only 4 rounds. Direct hits were 3, penned with 2. So he had a 50% ratio as far as the shots fired versus how much he actually penetrated the enemy. I myself can't examine myself because I think I was typing on the phone in the Twitch live stream, and that's why I didn't flick it back. All right, so obviously I cut some stuff out, whether in between games and they're chatting and whatnot, and trying to show you just the game portion, if you will. I did show you a piece of the room just because some people had come and gone. They're asking people to select maps, and someone selected province. The challenge, of course, with province is that the map is so small. The technology of tier 5, well, not even 5, 6, 7, tier 8. You're seeing the whole map practically, so it was very, very challenging to not get hit. It is an encounter map, which was actually a good call because, you know, who wants to go to the middle and die? So it was a lot of fun. And once again, had the self-inflicted pressure of, you know, what am I going to do here? I want to represent. I don't want my friends and subscribers and everyone who knows me looking at this guy going, man, look at this guy. He died in 5 seconds. Because who plays, well, I mean, unless you're in the training rooms and you practice this, I don't, but who plays on the map province unless you're in a tier 1 or a 2, maybe a 3. So it was very challenging. Anyways, you know, it was almost a learning curve. It was almost like playing for the first time. But look at this, all the way across, and you see everybody, just about everybody sticks out big time. And I selected this tank before because you know, I didn't know we were going to go to this map. I mean, I would have gone with a tank destroyer if I knew it was going to be a standoff across the valley, right? But you know, life happens, and you just do what you can do. So, not the best pen in the world. Good alpha on this tank, and then you have about 400 to 500 meters that you're shooting across. So I'm losing even more pen. But I did what I could, and let's see if I did okay here. All right, so here you have a 122-44 over there, and I bounced, and I wanted a piece of this guy. I mean, I'm playing conservative. I did not want to stick myself out there because, you know, the T-34-88, you get hit a couple times, you're done. So not too bad. I couldn't go further to the south because I was being spotted. So what I tried to do is use my guile, you know, be as strategic as possible. Guy's making a run for it through the valley, and I don't know if he did not get hit. Maybe he's still down there. I don't know, but I was not about to get to the edge and look over. That is crazy talk. Got some three guys over there. Felt pretty good because here is a 112. Well, first of all, there's a T-23 that I'm going to be playing with over here, and I wait for it to aim down all the way. Now, I tracked him because as the distance is so far, the shell actually dropped. So I had to raise it a little higher. Rolled a 215, which is great on that Tier 7 American premium tank, the T-23. I'm not sure if he moved or not, but I figured, you know what? I'm trying to get points. I'm trying to get some damage. But once I notice that my blind firing is missing after one shot, I go ahead and quit and move on to the next target. Trying to use those bushes for some camouflage, and so far not too bad. You know, not a scratch and not even getting lit up. Now here's the 112. You know, the Tier 8 Chinese heavy tank premium, and where's the weak spot? Well, it's the lower hull, and there it is. 228 I rolled. Now he knows where I'm at, and I did not want to get hit by that 122 millimeter gun, so I backed out of there. Lucky bounce off of probably the T-23 is probably what bounced off my turret there, because he was probably just taking a blind fire, probably saw my shell, and then here's another shot. Look at this, right through the buildings. Maybe, maybe not. Here we go. Ooh, see that blind shot? And he bounced off my turret. That was so lucky. So I've got 3 damaging shots so far, and I've sustained no damage. Our team, though, is starting to fold. You know, it's not much you can do. I mean, it's not like we can run out there. I mean, whoever's going to run out there is going to be seen. Trying to compensate for the shell drop, and of course, it is not a sniping tank, but you do what you can do. And I've got 2 bounces off of that, and I felt like I was pushing my luck, so I'm going to pull back. And I keep going back and forth whenever someone is revealed. See if I can get a shot in there. Previously, just what, 10 seconds, 15 seconds ago, you saw, I want to say the Fury just bit the big one here to my left. Why do I point that out? Because this game is so close, this map is so close, that literally those few meters forward would reveal you. That's how dangerous it is to be on this map with this high of a tier tank. So, and I thought about going up higher and that sort of thing, but again, this is not a sniping tank, and all I'm going to do is reveal myself, not move, not room to move. I wanted to keep this stuff as cover, and on and on. You know, it looks like they're winning by what, 3-ish tanks. Not good. And all you can do is just hope for some opportunistic sniping shots, because I really can't get into a position beyond what I've been doing so far. So rolled a 180 on that guy. That Comet pulls back just in time for me to miss the opportunity. There's another SU-122, but he goes down. That Tiger 2 just one. I think it was a one shot. I'm not sure. Didn't quite catch that, but he died real quick. Now someone just spotted me. It might have been the IS-3. I don't know. Try to get a shot straight down on him, but again, you can see I bounced yet again. Finally, gosh, 11 minutes into the game, 5 minutes into the game, took my first actual hit. And for the record, everybody, no, I was not camping in the back behind a rock for 5 minutes. You know, I am dancing back and forth, but here's where the pressure's on. I've got a big whopping 3 greens. Okay, 2 greens plus me. We've got guys coming through the valley towards us on the north side. You don't see them, but they're coming. Trust me, I have the force. And they've got a big, giant, large contingent of red guys still out there. The D-Max, myself, and whoever else that tank destroyer is. What is that guy? Oh, a Martyr 30AT Tier 4. So that 30AT needs to go and take out that 112, right? We're kind of hurting. So it's just a matter of time. But the question is how are we going to set up here at the Alamo? Are they going to see? And I'm posting up because I figure I'll try to take out the if they're coming up from the south, because that's where I thought they would be coming from, right? Saw some reds there on the map. Thought I'd take an opportunistic shot. Look at that. He's hull down. Well, okay. The lower glacis is. I would have just bounced. I would have bounced and revealed what was, where I was. So I just said, figured I'm not going to take that shot. Attempted on the Comet would have been a great shot, but I rushed it because I'm hanging out there in the wind and I've got too many people that can see me. You did see that I did take a hit, so good thing I did pull back when I did, because it would have been more than one hit. But at least I tried. Now guys are coming in from the north. We're down to just me and one guy, and now it's just me, and I blew that shot. That would have been, I mean, it wouldn't have won the game, but man, I was so angry with myself that I did not take out that tank. He was a good tanker. I think he did really well in that particular round, if memory serves. But at least I was the last guy standing. Lost 5 grand. Again, you do not earn any income, but I came in second place, so, not too shabby. Now, this is the third game that we have, and you can see the folks that are in the room. And we are on the Abbey map. So it is starting to load up there, and I have changed tanks since the last 2 games. And I changed to the E25. Now, I changed to the E25 hoping that we would be in a larger, more open map. Of course, Abbey is a mixed map. You can still use the E25 here, of course, but it's just not, it's not Westfield or something. So let's go ahead and see how this thing's going to unfold. Yeah, I wish you guys were there. It's pretty darn cool. Yeah, it's always kind of weird, and I don't know, I'm a nerd, but it's kind of different. It's weird when you're playing with folks that you are used to seeing, on Twitch, or you know them from a professional standpoint, or at least I don't know. Saying celebrity is so weird, but you know what I'm saying. It's not just like your buddy from down the street. And you also know that everybody and their brother is watching this this game, so it's not just 15 people watching it. Anyways, getting back to the game. So here we go. I didn't really communicate out. Oh, and there goes Chuji. And actually, I really wish they had the I had the recording of what was being said during Twitch, because they were totally talking about me and stuff. And he was saying how he was going to follow me and all this kind of stuff. And anyways, but I don't have it, so I'm just going to move on. And but usually I communicate on the front end where I'm going to go, and I'm just thinking I'm just going to kind of move my own way and see what other people are doing, and then start communicating. And it kind of unfolded the way I thought it should unfold. I'm thinking basically you have 2 lines for, I'm a TD, I'm an E25. So I have 2 lines. I don't really know who I'm playing with per se, from platooning experience, if you will. I don't know how these guys play. And I'm thinking, well, I'm just going to post up. I'm going to be conservative. I'm going to post up and do the traditional, cover the line, use the distance, +2, versus the Hellcat or somebody like that with a turret. I can't fudge around and just go forward and look to the left and then pull back and all that kind of dancing stuff. I need to kind of get into a set position and be sure what I need to do. Ben would probably be telling me that I'm a little too close to that bush, and he's probably right, but I felt comfortable right about there with the topography, the angle, the dangle, yada, yada, yada. I'm just under 500 meters. It was a good distance, notifying my folks that I am in position, at least in my mind. And we do have some heavies that are catching up, and here we go. It's starting to pay off. Bingo. All right, so I think that shot just behind him. You got that TD right there that I did put a lot of hurt on. So I was hoping to take him out, because he can really hurt you. So good to go. And someone takes him out right before I notice. And there's that kind of that glitch where if you're firing the trigger and you're holding it down and then you let go, it'll still fire at a certain time. So that's kind of lame. Then you have this T-150. I have got him tracked, so that's nice. Going for the lower glacis, didn't work out. Now remember, he has some pretty darn good armor, and he's, well, I was going to say he's a 45-degree angle. Now it's more 90, but initially, had a pretty decent angle. I was really lucky the Fury went up and over this hill, and then the weird thing is then he came back for more. I was like, okay, I'll just get you one more time. Sure, thank you. So that was fun. But now I'm pretty much out of position. Now this guy's pulling back, and I was wondering what's going on here. Now I'm spotted. I'm out of there. Then I realized, whoa, wait a minute, we've lost some dudes. We only have an E25 between us and the bad guys. I'm using this for cover. I noticed that my 6th sense and my detected left, so I'm hauling butt out of there and letting them know I'm falling back. And when I say I'm falling back, it's also my quick way. Translated would be, I suggest all you guys fall back too, because I don't think we could have held the line the way it was. I didn't have the gun on target. I would have to get way too close and then go around the corner, and that's not what the E25 is all about. So I had to pull back and reposition. Also, too, I'm watching the map, and I'm noticing that the west side needed help, and here I am, trying to be helpful. There we go. Teamwork. Teamwork at its best. All right, so now we have some activity over there that I just indicated. Over there in what, D2. And I'm also letting my guys know, hey man, there's definitely still some enemies that are going to be coming around that corner, so heads up. I'm heading over there, and then I realized, whoa, that tank destroyer has already made it that far? Yikes. So I went ahead and turned around. And I figure, you know what I'll do is I'm not going to go too far forward. I'm going to stay here-ish and do what I can, because I could always turn around and use the topography for cover and run like you know what. Okay, and there we go. Fury time. Anybody got a match? All right, so that guy was fun. Now, here was something kind of weird. I don't know who was spotting me, but watch. Okay, well, okay, that part I get. So that's the M10, you know, the Wolverine in disguise. Well, I guess it'd be a Panzer in disguise as a Wolverine. It's a fun premium. But this is the part that I was kind of confuzzed about here. So I'm thinking, all right, pretty low profile. I'm just going to move over here. I'll be sneaky. I'm like, wait a minute, who can see me? Look, there's nobody that can see me unless it was somebody spotting me from behind to my right, and I just haven't seen them. So I don't know, because that SU is way too low, in my opinion, to be able to do the spotting. Now look how fast. That's one of the things I like about him. He's, you know, based on that medium tank, the T-44. So that hull, hauled. Get it? Hull hauled. And so anyways, so he's over there. I'm going to get ready, and oh man, he didn't pull forward, right? So then I had to go over here, then get around the turn, and then quickly turn, and then bang, finally I can put some work in. Good thing is over there at the B8 area, he was taken out by one of our guys, and the red folded. So you're looking at just 2 guys. Good to go. Thankfully, these folks are not messing with the cap. One guy is trying to cap on the red team, as you can see. And then one of our guys was just kind of nullifying it. The artillery came up, but that heavy tank took him out. And so now I only have 1 guy to go for. I'm not holding my breath. And I didn't know exactly where he was in relation to the flag. Time I got here, I realized he's on the other side of the hill, and there's no way somebody's going to pop this guy before I go all the way around it. But I figured, and I didn't really know. I didn't want to fudge around with some of these slanted areas. I just didn't feel like I had the speed or the engine to climb up any of these particular hills. So I just said, forget it. Besides, you can see that he just got popped. Either way, it was fun. It was a good game. Done deal. So good old E25. He's a fun tank. So I got 2 kills. 15 damaging shots, I think 5 criticals or whatnot, but look how low I placed. Oh well, the IS-6 really did a lot more damage, but you know, IS 122 millimeter gun and took out 3 guys, so he was putting some work in. But you can see the folks that we played against. You can see the folks that were on my team, and that was the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a blast. Now, where did my crew go off to? Oh, I see. There they are. Okay, girls, tell them who they are if they're receiving this transmission.
You are one of the 47 Ronin. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.